As the Taliban seeks greater international legitimacy, a growing sense globally that their actions must speak louder than words, particularly on the question of greater rights for women and girls.
For them also to stand behind our religion, our Quran, which says that we need to seek the light. And I think that we also need to remember that the Prophet ﷺ, his wife Khadija, was a very successful businesswoman. And if she was here today, she would probably be, top 10 in the world leading that business. And her husband, the Prophet ﷺ, was a support. And he furthered that business. And I think that what we need to see is human beings in their dignity as partners. And to bring that argument to the Taliban that if you have your girls in school, if you believe in all of these things, then you have to at least build on the environment that was created to build a better Afghanistan in which every Afghan has a right to that future, has a right to be part of nation building.
I think successful diplomacy.
South Africa's International Relations Minister on Thursday called for the Taliban to open up to the world and demonstrate their departure from the practices of old. Sentiments echoed by the UN's number 2, both Muslim women in leadership.
Every Taliban man has been born of a woman. And they need to go back and remember that, to bring back that humanity to this whole discussion. And then we can get on with the different ways the international community can help shore up the economy, because if the economy fails, the other 18 million will be at risk. So saving lives, but also saving their livelihoods, and underpinning those livelihoods is an education, is women's rights. And these are the discussions that we can have with the Taliban to ensure that, their recognition, they're coming back in to, as they would say, give Afghanistan a better future. This is what it means, better future, not a reversal to the past.
This Nobel Peace Laureate, herself a victim when an offshoot of the Taliban shot her in the head in a failed attempt to silence her advocacy for girls' education in 2012, insists that girls be allowed to get an education in Afghanistan.
What needs to be done is that the international community must take this matter seriously. We cannot make compromises on the protection of women's rights and on the protection of human dignity. This is a commitment that the UN has made, that they are there to work for the protection of, human dignity of a human person. So now is the time that we stick to that commitment and ensure that the rights of Afghan women are protected. And one of those important rights is the right to education.
As the international community seeks to use its leverage of recognition and legitimacy to press for human rights in Afghanistan. The UN's High Commissioner for Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet, earlier criticized the Taliban for contradicting their stated promises on allowing women greater freedoms under their new dispensation, including by ordering women to stay home, blocking teenage girls from school, and excluding women from the public sphere, including in their recent naming of an all-male cabinet, placing it further at odds with international stakeholders. Shervin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.